right, John. So give me the rundown on this thing right here. What are we doing?
So just like quick recap of like the workout, and then we'll kind of get into what we did for the accessory movements. But we had some of the team did some free squatting. I had Joey do some box squatting to start, and the goal of like a box squat is a little more posterior chain dominant, a little bit more to like kind of cut out the stretch reflex. In a regular squat, you're gonna have that stretch reflex kind of rebounding out the bottom. So for especially like someone like he's a strongman athlete, building that starting strength, that static overcome by dynamic contraction is gonna be important. So we did some box squats. He worked up to a nice double at 600. Then we did some chain work as well, which accommodates resistance. And then we moved on to this is the Matt Wenning Belt squat, which in my opinion, from a footprint standpoint, from a welding standpoint, user experience, just like ease of use, I think it's the best belt squat in the market for what it is. I think there's other stuff you can obviously do with the West Side barbell belt squat with like some of the walking and band stuff, but for just pure belt squatting, I think this is the easiest kind of design. It's a good foot plate, and basically the benefit of a belt squat, instead of having the barbell having compression on your back, so basically if you think about, not to get too into detail of physics and stuff, if there's compressive loading, there's a barbell on your spine, this is kind of, this pressure is going downward into discs with gravity and the load on your spine. So the belt is actually, it's providing traction. So it's a lot easier on the low back. It kind of takes the low back almost completely out of the equation. So one of the benefits of belt squats is traction based. If you think about any kind of hanging exercises, things like that, you want to think about as you age, if you have any lower back injuries, or if you just want to be in the sport for a while, kind of balancing your traction based and compression based exercise. You don't want to be kind of in compression all the time. So one of the big things in powerlifting and strength training right now is increasing frequency, because frequency can be a big driver of volume. But the problem with increased frequency, if you're having too much compressive force, is your muscles may be able to handle that frequency, maybe be able to handle that stress, but your discs and your joints, the joint integrity is going to have more wear and tear. So you have to kind of balance out. So adding in something like a belt squat, if you want to add frequency or just add volume to your leg, lower body, or your squat training, in my opinion, is an excellent way. And it's a good way to kind of balance performance and longevity. So I love this thing. I tend to use my lower back a lot when I squat. So for me, it can really help isolate my quads or my hip. And I say isolate in quotes, but have more of an emphasis on the quads, because I can really let my knees travel forward and stay more upright and can take my lower back out of the equation, because I don't have to balance a barbell on my back, so it's easier on the shoulder joint. So I think that everyone should give the belt squat a try. And if you don't have a machine, you can obviously kind of use a belt, stand on boxes, put some kettlebells or plates in between your legs. But in my opinion, if you're gonna buy one piece of equipment, if you're kind of serious, like I said, I've been in the game for over a decade, over a dozen years. This thing has been a lifesaver for me. I just, did 880 today. I had my lowest body weight ever. And I'm only squatting with a barbell once a week. Wow. So I think that, it's a testament to more, smarter training, incorporating more exercise at a lower stress and not as compressive based. So not to say like I'm the best, but I've been doing this a long time. I've lost over 100 pounds of body weight, and I'm still kind of able to kind of push boundaries and still, hit respectable numbers for myself. And it's something that we're kind of concerned about, because one of the things we really preach about our team is we never want to sacrifice health for performance. We always want a good balance. We want to have the health first. And then, we always say that kind of do no harm. So we want to make sure you're safe first, and then we're going to push for performance and push for PRs, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And we love this. We want to be doing this for a long time. So whether it's belt squatting or something else, we always want to think about what's the cost benefit. This is a very low cost, very high reward. So we want to incorporate, if we want to increase frequency, think about exercises that have a low cost, high reward, and the belt squat definitely fits that category. So.
Oh yeah, thanks, man.
We'll just close this thing out. Came here with Coach John and learned a lot of new things. Never had done most of the stuff that we did here today, so I can't thank you enough for having me, my man. But pretty much, this is his time to just plug away like anything you want, where we can find you, programming on stuff. Like I said, he did coach and is still coaching Larry Wheels, which is one of those top guys right now, along with tons of other top level lifters with some insane numbers. So I would invest in this guy.
So I just want to also you should give yourself a pat on the back. One of the things we were talking about before we started rolling. I think more people need to kind of just visit other gyms and visit other training groups, and don't be afraid to actually meet people in person. Shoot, you just shot me a message. We had connected a long time ago, and I think more people need to just be go out of your comfort zone, visit some gyms, get some actual hands-on coaching. I think that's kind of something that's missing. So if anyone wants to ever like kind of drop in or, we do have such schedule and stuff like that, but we try to be very accommodating, especially we always want to give back to the sport and advocate to people that are involved in powerlifting. We host several events throughout the year, so we have different newsletters and stuff. You can check out gaglionestrength.com, Gaglionestrength. So we have events throughout the year. We have a novice meet coming up December 8th. We do a deadlift contest. We do it in February. We do another meet in June. And as far as like content stuff, like we have a podcast, Powerlifting for People podcast on iTunes. And then again, gaglionestrength.com or gaglionestrength@gmail.com if anyone's interested in coaching. Or if you just have any questions, we have like a ton of resources. I have like 2 books on Amazon.
Awesome.
I have lots of stuff. So there's something for everybody, and that's one of the reasons why kind of our kind of brand for our podcast and my first book, Powerlifting for the People, is that we really believe that strength training is something that everyone should do. Literally, like you have someone like Larry Williams, which is over here on like the very, very outliers part of the spectrum, and literally I have my parents that are in their 60s that are training with weights, training with barbells, and they're getting great benefits, and they're just focused on health. And then you may fall somewhere in between there, and that's totally fine. But no matter what your level, strength is always going to help you. And that's kind of the message that we want to spend. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, bro.
And if you guys have any questions, just feel free to reach out. Don't be afraid.
I'll plug everything down below for this guy. But yeah, check him out. Shoot him a message. Very accommodating. So I'm sure that if you guys message him or need some help, he'll be more than welcome to help you out. It's worth the trip for me, and I learned so much. And I'll definitely be back and try to get back to those meets you were talking about, which would be a lot of fun. And Coach China's getting after it, so she learned some things. So, like you said, there's 2 ends of the spectrum, and we can make it work for everybody. So I think he does a really good job with that. So check him out, guys. Thank you so much. Stay lean, mean, strength machine. We'll catch up with you later.